Hi, my name is Muskaan and I identify as a bisexual.
Hi, I'm Saumyaa and I'm a bisexual woman.
Bisexuality means the choice and the freedom to choose between two genders.
Being either sexually or romantically or both.
I was 16 years old and in my first relationship, that's when I realized that I liked my partner's best friend more than I liked him. Like I liked his female best friend more.
I actually discovered that I was bisexual in my mid-20s. It took me longer than a lot of people because for a long time I had only dated men, so I was convinced I was straight.
It hasn't been very easy, to be very honest. I always had female friends around me. So for me, my first thing was that it would just be very platonic. Later in my life, I realized that it was more romantic than I wanted it and that I expected from my association with females to be. So my journey as far has had rocks in the middle, but yeah, now that I've accepted myself, I feel freer and more liberated.
The protagonist is bisexual, and I realized that I was writing her as bisexual, which was the first inkling that I had that even though I had talked to close friends and family about it.
To my mother, yes, but not to my dad. My mother hasn't been extremely supportive and I understand her side as well. She still thinks that it could be just a fleeting phase in my life.
And I only came out to people that I was very close to and that made me feel safe about it.
As a bisexual, you'll hit on straight women as well. I think they forget that we make sure of consent as much as men do. So women for a bit were a bit uncomfortable, but I think now they've realized that, just because I like them doesn't mean I'm going to hit on all of them, the whole gender. But yeah, other than that, my friends have been ultra and extremely supportive.
Most of the people in my life made me feel incredibly loved and supported, and nothing changed.
One of my male bisexual friends still finds it very hard to publicly accept the fact that he's into men as well as women. I think the society is kind of portrayed that it's a bit emasculating for him.
I think a lot of bisexual people in general are not taken very seriously.
We are asked whether or not you've had sexual experiences with the same gender. And I think people are shamed when they haven't had that. But through this medium, I would like to tell all the bisexuals out there, it's fine if you haven't been sexually involved with the same gender. You're still as much as a bisexual. You still are allowed to have feelings and feel them. You don't have to get in bed to be like, yeah, now I'm 100% sure.
Because it seems ambiguous to people who don't quite get it. Bisexuality can be confusing. It can seem like you can choose, you can make a choice. It also at the same time feels like you cannot choose because you'll be giving up another gender or a whole other side of your sexual spectrum in order to choose a partner.
Sect that understood me were people, bisexuals and lesbians around me like me. So they were really supportive throughout this. They made me feel like it is fine to have feelings, it's fine to be explorative, there's nothing bad.
Bisexual people in general are taken not very seriously by either the queer or the straight community. That being said, I have found a lot of love and acceptance in a lot of queer circles.
I think if you can't be supportive, it's better to keep your mouth shut rather than judge people and make them feel bad for their choices. And straight people out there, no gay, bisexual, lesbian or trans would hit on you without your permission. So I think you can stop with the phobia going on. You will not be mistreated. So be comfortable, they're humans with 2 arms and 2 legs, as simple as that.
I know it's difficult to explore beyond what you know and what you've been conditioned to believe. And I know it can seem really difficult to have those conversations with yourself, but I truly do believe that the key to happiness comes from questioning what you know and finding out what you want.